welcome to the channel. My name's CavemanAston and this here is my new bench grinder that I've just ordered from Axminster. I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing today, see what it's like inside, as I can't find a single review of it. Let's see what's inside. We've got ourselves a bench grinder out of the box. It's actually surprisingly chunky. So these are supposed to be 40mm thick. Oops. No, 32. This bit's 40mm thick. And on the back here, just down there, and just here, I don't know how well you can see that on the screen, but these are dust extracts, so you can attach a shop vac, vacuum cleaner, whatever it is you're using, and you can suck the dust out as you're using it, rather than just letting it escape into the room. Got a questionable LED work light, and it does already come plugged up, so it's a single phase UK plug. Like I say, it weighs a fair bit. Let's have a look at the base. So it has got 4 rubber feet, so we'll just sit on that on the bench. But in the 4 corners here, and around on the back, you've got some holes so you can actually bolt it down to the bench. So this is a 900 watt motor inside, so it's going to be pretty heavy duty, which is the reason I've ordered it. So obviously with the motor, the higher power it is, the more pressure you can apply when you're grinding tools and bits and pieces down. Whereas the lower power ones, once you start applying some really hard pressure, the motor's going to start bogging down, slowing down, stop grinding as well, and if you do it too much you're going to risk wearing the motor out prematurely. So I've gone for the, the Trade, Axminster Trade AT200HDG. So yeah, we'll give it a start up in a minute and see how it goes. So, last of all, looks like I've got these tool mounts to stick on. So, got a big old slide bit there so you can adjust the depth of it. Obviously, as the wheels start to wear down, you're able to slide it more in, but you can also adjust the angle for it. So, the washer sits just proud on the plastic ring there, goes through, and just on the inside there is a little knob to screw it into. Well, that's not the best design feature. Even at full length here, it catches on the lower lip here, so you have to kind of loosen it up and weave it over, but you can then slide it right in. So that could be a bit awkward if you want to do any sort of knife sharpening where you want to get a decent angle vertically like this and then slide it in. So I think at some point I'm going to have to invest in a better tool mount. Possibly even get one that's got a slide built into it, so for example you can take a knife like so, have it on a mount, and then there's actually like a grooved section that will run across here, a plate that will sit on there, and then you can just slide the whole thing back and forth so you get a nice consistent grind. But that's for another day. Let's see what it's like. So I mean, I don't know how loud that is for you guys on camera, but relatively speaking, it's actually pretty quiet. The LED light's not great, you get a bit of a spotlight on that, but I can't say I'm overly impressed. I'm also not sure that there's an on-off switch for it, so it's just always on. Yeah, it seems like a bit of a waste of money if you ask me. So these, you can just tighten down, different angles, make sure you're all protected. That is actually vibrating with the motor, so you're probably not going to see a whole lot when you're actually using it. I don't know how useful they're going to be, but we actually Alright, so I've had a read of the instructions, which I probably should have done from the start, and explained why. These guards are on the front, so you can actually drop them down and have them sit just above the height of the wheel. So that way as the sparks travel down around the housing, they don't tend to come back out and sort of spark twice, I suppose. So that's my mistake. These, they are nice and big, I think they're really good. I'm not 100% sure sold about the magnifying glass on it, but it's better than not having one at all. These tool rests are really chunky, that's great, but I can't say I'm particularly impressed with the adjustability of it. It doesn't really go down or up particularly well, and the depth adjustment, yep, that'll work fine. So as the wheel starts to wear down, there is stacks of space to be able to move it in, but you're not really going to be able to change the angle on it. One of the other things I did notice is that the grinder doesn't really vibrate at all, so without actually having to mount it down to the bench, it was perfect, good as gold. I mean, maybe if you're doing some really aggressive grinds on it, might run into a bit of a problem, but otherwise I think it's a really good grinder. So, thank you very much for watching. If you did find this helpful, please consider subscribing. Leave a like if you liked it, and if you think of anything that could help me out, please do leave a comment.